posture with it. I would pull it.
Do you loop it then?
Loop it,
okay.
And then grab here. Just safer in a way.
Cool, so we're gonna grab that. We're gonna
arms back up. Again, make sure you have that tripod in your feet. Okay, so you need a tripod, pushing up through those wheels, keeping that butt up at the top. Guys, that hips up. Huh? Squeeze that butt at the top. Okay. Is that as slow as I want to go? Do I want to go that low? Want to go? Okay. I could tell where you're tight at. So what I would say, all right, Carrie, I want you to try to break the bar in half. Okay, you're gonna brace your core. I want to try to get as low as you can. I'm not gonna go very low because I'm really tight in my hips and my ankles. I want you to see if you can get lower than me from here, but the whole time as you drive up, you're squeezing your butt, you're keeping that core working, breaking that bar in half. That's what I would say there. I mean, you said everything great. Everything's great there. And I only say emphasize your depth because they'll watch you and they'll only go to where you went there. That's what I mean by that. Okay. That was good. All right, where are we at? All right, yeah, stability ball, squat on wall. Yeah. I feel like we're tight in the same spots. I have short. Oh yeah, so that's definitely gonna limit your ankle movement. My ankles are super, super tight. Okay.
So we're gonna have our feet out in front of us, shoulder width apart. We're gonna really push our weight against that ball. And our end point, we want that ball to be right at the bottom of our, right at our bum with the bottom of the ball. Pushing the end of the wall the whole time. Just going up like that. Squeezing our glutes.
I'm honestly just asking because I'm curious. I always start standing.
I started it honestly because that's the way it's like written.
Okay, yeah, and that's okay. Sometimes it could be easier for that person. It may be something good that's like, again, based on a person to person. I always start standing. And then I can have them find that box because then they know where they're at with their feet.
And you don't end up like I just did.
Yeah, just a little bit different there. And maybe something to play around for, like with yourself, right? So if I'm loaded here, all right, curious, so what you're gonna do, you're gonna tighten your core, tighten everything, right? I'm gonna stay loaded. Remember that corset we talked about, right? You're gonna keep that corset really tight, right? Staying here, I just want you to sit down on that box. We're gonna stand right back up, right? So I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna stand right back up, okay? I never am relaxing that corset, right? So just a little bit different of that setup there. That way it's, you can emphasize on that client with the corset, with everything staying really tight. That was good though. Are you okay though?
Oh,
yeah. Yeah. That's again another thing with like when you're on the green, that box is gonna slide, right? Yeah. All right. Kyria, let's go, where are we at? Goblet squat to object. We'll use the box as our object, right?
So, a goblet squat, you're gonna hold the leg up here and cradle it. And what I want you to do is keep that core tight. Tighten that butt. Back. Good. Walk down. Try to touch that box. Right back up. Pushing up through those heels and those toes. Tightening that butt up.
Okay. Yeah. Sitting your hips back is a good cue to use on that one too. Great. Because you guys are both doing it. Say it, right? That was good. All right, Britt. Stag stance squat to depth. So, is it on here? We're gonna do posterior stag stance squat.
Stag stance squat to object.
Oh, sorry, thank you. Yeah, number 3, there we go. Stag stance squat to box. So let's just think about too, right? If I'm going object or in depth, right? Because we'll be kind of going in the same thing. Higher object, then we're gonna get to a lower object, right? So you're not changing any of the cueing that you just told me, okay? All right, so, and then we're gonna think the same thing for object and depth, right? So we're kind of doing 2 and 1 right now. All right, go ahead.
So stagger stance. We're gonna really load that back leg. We're gonna have about 80% of our weight there, 20% on the front leg, nice soft knee. We're gonna squat down, press up, tap, right back up, really driving up off that back leg, squeezing the glutes to the top, set those hips back, chest square, hip square. We're inhaling, and we're exhaling. That was a little tough for me.
No, those are hard. Yeah, one thing. depends on, so you could do heel elevated if you're doing a body weight squat to an object and you already know going, like if you looked at that, their assessment, right? And you're like, okay, they have tight ankles, tight hips, right? Or if they get a pinching sensation. Thank you, Ash. If they get a pinching sensation in the front of their hips or something like that, you may already go ahead and start with them with a heel elevated squat to a box, right? So again, just talk me through, I'm doing heel elevated squat, whether I have tight ankles or whatnot.
Cool. All right. So yeah, we're doing the heel elevated squats, just that way we can get you in a better range of motion because you got some tightness, so we can really get some more depth. So feet are going to be shoulder width apart. We're going to have a hands out in front of us lock, shoulder blades with back, and we're really just going to sink those hips down as we go back. Try to get about 90 degrees, chest up, and driving up, squeezing the glutes and the quads at the top. Not letting our knees cave in.
You too, Lisa.
Nice and strong. Up. Keeping that core nice and tight as we do so. Right back up.
Good. Does it matter if my toes are on the floor or on the ramp?
Probably get a little more depth that way, I would assume.
It's the same angle.
Is it?
Yeah. I'm only asking that because people ask me that all the time. I give them my personal, I'm like, I like actually physically feeling my toes on the ground. It just makes me feel better than, it doesn't matter though. It's gonna be that same angle the whole time. Okay, so since you're there, Brett, go ahead and just coach us really quick through a heel elevated loaded. But now I wanna emphasize more quad engagement. So now the whole purpose of this exercise is we're loading their quads more. It's not really an emphasis because of their tightness through their hips or their ankles. I'm just loading their quads more, right? That's why I programmed this exercise.
So basically, like you have to weight forward because.
Heel elevated goblet squat.
Okay. Alright, so we're going to cup our dumbbell right here in front of us. We've got our feet shoulder width apart. We're elevated so we can load those quads more. We are going to go sit our hips back to about 90 degrees. Chest is up, shoulder blades are back, really engaging those lats. Drive up off the tripod of our feet, big toe, little toe, and our heels. Right here, we're going to inhale, and then we're going to exhale as we go up. And we're going to lock out at the top, squeezing our glutes and our quads, and we're keeping our core nice and tight the whole time.
Do I only want to go to 90?
You can go as low as your mobility lets you go.
Yeah, so that's probably something like, just say, unless you know you're trying to get them to at least 90, right? But you could probably just say, I want you to go as low as you can, controlling that depth, right?
Yeah, until you like lose your lats, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was good. How do you guys feel with all of that? Yeah? You guys want to end on that one or you want to get one more? How do we feel? A lot of information.
Yeah, it is, but basically it's like all the same cueing for the most part.
Yeah, it's going to depend on the person too, right? Like whichever client, it's going to depend on the client that you have. Maybe they're not understanding you're telling them one thing, so maybe just figuring out a different way of how to say it to them, right? Every body is going to be different, right? So like, if you were coaching me and Brett, or you're coaching me your first hour, then you're going to coach Brett your second hour. With me personally, bye, have a great weekend. You know that I have really tight ankles. I don't know this about you, but Brett has really loose ankles, loose hips, right? Like he's very mobile, but I'm not. So I'm going to be a little bit different in that aspect than Brett's going to be. And maybe too, like I've never done a squat before, but Brett has, so it's going to be different, right? It's always cool to see that with different clients too. It makes it interesting and more exciting and stuff. Yeah, variety for sure. You're definitely going to see a variety of different things.
It's a lot of variety in the last hour.
No, exactly, right? That's why like once you start to like see and like get to know like all the different clients, it's like, okay, like you're gonna see like some people are the same, some people are very different. Some people, they don't like to talk at all when they come in here. Right. Some people, this is their social hour, right? Mm-hmm. So, and you'll learn that like once you start to get in with different clients, like we'll make sure that you kind of have like a little bit of understanding